Hi, my name is Ariel from the Children of Karma, and today I'd like to discuss Mercury and Mars aspects. This aspect is a direct communicator, someone who's assertive. They don't like to beat around the bush, and they don't want anyone else that beats around the bush. You know, they can be very impatient. So impatient with people who go slower than they do. They can sometimes lack tact. You know, the right way to say things. It's difficult too because perhaps in childhood they had some difficulty expressing their anger or expressing themselves with their families. So it could even be a family that speaks very aggressively, like very loud. And so now you have to be louder in order to be heard. So you can use this in your adult relationships as well, where you're just yelling and you're speaking very loud and aggressively, and it can turn the other person off if they're not used to communication like this, because it may not necessarily be that you're angry. It's just that, you know, this is just how you talk. This is just how you talk, and maybe you don't know that there's another way, or that you can be heard without being so loud, being so forceful. At the same time, this person is a quick thinker and their mind is always racing. There can be a lot of nervous energy, nervous tension, biting of the nails, for example. I think the difficulty really lies in knowing that the Mars, for example, wants to express self and what self wants, asserting self, our individual needs, a little selfish, and knowing that we're not allowed to express certain parts of our anger, it can be difficult. We hold it within, and that nervous energy is just buzzing inside of us. And usually journaling, writing. Mercury loves to communicate, but it also loves to write. It also loves comedy, exploring ways to get that energy out. Mercury is also siblings, so perhaps there were sibling rivalries or just conflict or aggressive energy with the siblings. This person's also with Mars energy. It's a sexual communication, persuasive communication, seductive communication, something like a romance novel kind of communication. Maybe you enjoy romance novels, actually, that would be a good idea. Maybe even to write some of your own. That could actually maybe ease some of that Mars energy as well. And this way, it will be an appropriate use of that energy. People like Eminem, who used his emotions through song, he was able to express that anger through song, and it was good release for him. The Mercury influence here, it's asking us to use avenues of Mercury to express that anger, like writing, like comedy, like finding a purpose for your Mars. Instead of just, because it can get angry at anything, it can find anything to get upset at. The aspect can be very irritable. Focus it on a purpose. Think about this aspect. For example, if your passion is animal rights, you can use this avenue. Speak, fight for animal rights. You know, use that aggression, use that passion to speak up for people who don't have a voice. You know, perhaps with the difficulties that you may have with speech, you can influence other people who have difficulty communicating as well. You can use your power here, powerful voice, to encourage other people to use their voice as well, or to act. You know, this person can motivate through their speech. Mars is ambitious. So you can be a big motivator and encourage people to maybe just go after their dreams, or to move in general. You know, if they're just very stagnant in life, you're a mover, a shaker. This aspect can jump to conclusions at times because Mercury is a quick thinker and Mars is always quick to aggression. So You can jump to conclusions, you can think in black and white terms. It can stop you from really finding the clarity. Even the sextile and the trine here, they may not be so aggressive like the other aspects, but they will enjoy strong language and debating, and even sexual, persuasive, seductive kind of language. Mercury is also the trickster, the con man, the magician, someone who deceives. So perhaps this person can be even a petty criminal, because Mars thinks about self. Mars wants to focus on getting its own needs met. And Mercury is definitely smart enough to concoct a plan to make that happen. Thank you guys for joining me for this video, and I'd love to see you at thechildrenofkarma.com so we can find your ancestral patterns and find better ways to work with these aspect spectrums and tune into a different frequency that may give us new opportunities, open up new doors for different chances of success in our lives. So I'd love to see you there, and don't forget to like the video. Bye.